Mm. Sure. Well, thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast today. I'm honored to be speaking today to you all. And yeah, I'm very impressed by the words you have just introduced me to. I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have the chance to talk to you, to share some insights of my mind and how I think and feel. Because I think there are so many valuable lessons in these words that could definitely help you to elevate your own life and daily struggles. Because we all, we all are here with some purpose. And the truth is that the majority of people out there, they don't even think about their purpose. They just wake up, go to school, go to university, go to work, and that's it. Eat, drink some, and get sleep. So that's the major way of the majority of people. But we are here to talk about how to escape these thinking patterns that we have been indulged to. You know, we were all born into this system that is absolutely broken, and it's up to you what you're gonna do with it. Because most people don't even change nothing, and therefore nothing will change. But if you truly decide to say, hey, the situation that I am in right now is not the situation I will stay forever in, because I'm going to change something. And where do you guys start? Where do you guys start? It's always looking into the mirror and start by yourself. See, if you start to change your mind, the way you think, the way you feel, things are starting to change. Even the simple dimple things. You're gonna realize what impact it had on you, whether it was negative or positive. If it was positive, well, do more of that, for sure. But if it was negative, if it was not serving you, well, you should definitely change something. Alright? So, my name is Snuggly Boy, and the majority of people in this entire world know me as Snuggly. And I was always someone that was dreaming beyond the visual or visible activities in front of me. What do I mean by that? I was always seeing things, visions, before it actually happens. Because I knew that just because I see a tree in front of me, it doesn't mean that it's just a tree. No, I can see potential behind that tree, that behind that tree are more trees and more possibilities and opportunities to actually enjoy. So when I started off by going into a job that, by the way, I never really liked. I just did it because I had to do something to earn some money to, kind of survive. And it was not easy. Obviously, the people that really achieve something in this world are people that have really struggled a lot, whether it was mentally, physically, or even deep down inside of the heart, and the soul. There are so many things that are trying to knock us down, trying to hold us back. But the truth is we need to escape this as soon as possible. Because if you don't, you're going to be a slave to the system. And I can tell you this, being stuck in the system forever means you're not really living. You're just existing. And I'm telling you this as well. There will be just 5% of the listeners of this podcast today that will take action. And the rest, the 95%, they will just listen to that and think, oh yeah, it's nice, but then they will forget about it right away. So it will always be like that the majority of people are not open-minded enough, are not willing to change, to put in the effort, and therefore they will always be stuck. And it's their decision. It's just always in their hands. But you and me, we are different, right? You and me, we want more out of life. We want to create something. We want to make a difference. We want to change something, not only in our lives, but in family lives, in the friends' lives, and even strangers, people that have a good heart. We want to bless them too, and we will. So, according to your question that you just asked me, what is really, 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 really interesting to me? Well, the first thing I would say is that we are human, a human being that is able to move. We are able to move from point A to B, while a tree is just a tree. It's just standing right there in one place and grows there in one place. We can grow all over the world personally in every way. And that is very, very interesting. Of course. Well, I gotta start with this. There were so many things I was seeing before I had it. And one of the major, I would say, the major whys that I had was the woman of my dreams. Just a beautiful, pure, great-hearted soul and heart that is truly loving me unconditionally and being obsessed with me, possessive, all these beautiful things. I was just asking for one. And I was already seeing her, even she wasn't existent in that particular moment. But I was always imagining having her by my side already. I was so obsessed with her, the thought of her, this future wife. It was always in my mind. So everything that I was doing, I was doing try and error. I was building this, but then it flopped. Then I built this, it flopped again. I built a team over 250 people. It flopped after 2 years because people were leaving me and giving up on their dreams. It's all right, it's okay. It's a part of a game, part of the process, which I understood afterwards. But this girl, this woman, this princess and queen that I had in my mind, even if she wasn't even there yet, I was having her. So it was like when I go everywhere I was going, she was next to me, holding hands with me. She was next to me, taking care of me and really protecting me. So even if I went out buying some groceries or went eating somewhere, I was basically alone in that particular view, but I was with her. And the thought of having someone that I truly love and give all my love to and give all the dreams and goals and visions to her was really motivating me all the time, even when I had down phases that last a lot of times. So I was always in my mind having this as a source of inspiration, because the woman that I have and built with, a beautiful life, legendary things that we do. It was just so inspiring and is still up to this day. And me being obsessed with the family that I will build with her, it was just awesome always to think about that. Even on my worst days, I was thinking of her, and boom, it changed my attitude and kept me focused. And that was years ago, right? When I started off to go for my own goals and dreams. Now, well, she just appeared. She's now my wife, and she exists now for real and lives with me in this beautiful home at this lake. And we are very blessed to have each other. We love each other. We support each other. We have so many things going on, but we never forget to take time for each other. And everything we do is together. We are like 24/7 like glued. We are glued together. And I love that. And she does as well. I mean, all of these moments where I was driving around alone and driving to meetings and people were not showing up. I did an event, for example, in north of Germany, and I drove there with a car for 5 hours, and I got there, and on that day the person was canceling on me. She was basically saying, okay, you know what, I will block you. Like, she didn't even say that, but she just made it. Like, we had this event with, I think, 20 people or something. It was planned. And then she just blocked my number and didn't say anything, which was very disrespectful, you know? So then I was standing there. I drove 5 hours just to this event to show people something, to teach them some valuable things to change their lives. But they all cancel on me, you know? And you can imagine how that felt. Yeah. And I felt like, okay, it was kind of miserable. But then, within a few seconds, I was like, hey, I just make the best out of the day. I just came here not because I had to. I wanted to go there to help them. And if people don't want my help, well then, go ahead. If they think they can find something better, a better project, a better product, or like the whole system that I've created to get out of this system, well then, go ahead. And you know what I did? I went into the city. I just grabbed a frappuccino. I was then eating some bagel or stuff. And I was running around, just walking, enjoying the day because it was a sunny day still to me. And suddenly I met two people that were basically talking to me. They were like, they just felt some good energy around me and they just said, hey, I like your style and stuff. And so the conversation was beginning. And fast forward, these two people became one of my closest partners and friends and family, which just happened because I made the decision to make the best out of the day, even though 20 people were canceling on me. And I realized it was not my fault. It was not me. It was the people that made the wrong decision, because they thought it's not going to be worth to listen to me for 30 minutes of a presentation. And that's fine. It will always be their loss, what I understood. Because years after, this woman, that was basically organizing these 20 people, she tried to call me up, and I picked up the phone, and she asked me, it was basically 4 years after, she asked me, well, Snuggly, it's me, I'd like to get the chance to meet you again and do another event. I mean, yeah, I messed up, blah, blah, blah. But I said, well, sometimes in life, you get the chance to change your life. A huge opportunity, which just comes maybe 3 times in life. And I'm telling you respectfully that I won't take my time for you anymore. Because you showed me disrespect. So how can you expect any help from me now? So I hung up the phone respectfully, and I could feel that this person was really, really mad at herself because she knew she did absolutely wrong, and therefore she gotta accept the consequences. Because I'm not here to convince anybody to be with me, work with me, to spend life with me and create those beautiful legendary moments. I'm not here for that, to chase. No. I'm giving people the chance to change their life with my help and becoming a significant part of my life as well. But if people don't put in the effort or disapprove me, I leave them. Yeah, I know. It's deep sometimes, and yeah, sure. I mean, for you listeners, it's always important to clarify your own path and make sure to know your worth and who you are and what you bring to the table for the people you love, for yourself. It's so easy to say, yeah, I'm doing this and that, but are you really actually doing valuable things? Like, are you wasting your time? Yes or no? Yeah. And also things like partying all the time or one night stands or stuff like that. I know most of y'all, all listeners, are into partying and doing shit like that. But I'm telling you, it's definitely not the right way. Because in your 20s, even when you're younger, you should start to learn valuable skills. And then later you can actually build a real valuable relationship with a woman or even a man whatsoever, instead of wasting your resources and time and energy. So to me, it was always, I knew from a young kid age, I knew that I would stay patient for the right one. I knew that. So even if I went partying and I knew I had this wrong people around me, the people that were not serving me, but just into partying and alcohol and stuff like that, every single time when they be like, oh yeah, Snuggly, let's go with this girl or this, or girls were coming up to me and I was like, no, thank you. Like, I was just being kind and respectful, talking to them, but nothing more. I never let anyone close to me because I was so obsessed with the thought of having this one only woman that would change everything for me and give me everything, and is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? So guys and girls out there, just be smart with your decisions, because you can really fuck up your whole life by making the wrong decisions. Yes. It's my pleasure to talk about these things and give you insights about this. So yeah, if you want, we can jump into the next question or whatever your plan is. Oh yeah. Sure, we can do a break and then afterwards we're gonna keep going the show and bring even more value to the people. Oh, my pleasure.